Greetings, YouTube traveler. My name is Zack, and I come to you from TJ Collectibles in the past. It's May 19th where I am. It's probably further on where you are. Amazing. I have a feature match for you. Brought to you by the fine people of TJ Collectibles, run by Tom Shea and head judged by Matt Stone. We have Jon True, awesome name, like a very, very powerful name. A really good name to name an RPG character, something like that. He's playing against Dean Champagne. There's Jon, as he goes to 5 cards. Rip. Rip, rip, rip. That's Jon. He's going to 5. Wow, I haven't even updated the names yet. I am a scrub. Look at me. But anyways, Jon versus Dean. We've seen Jon. Let's take a look at Dean. There he is, young Dean. Dean, no stranger to the feature match. We've featured him many times. Usually playing some kind of white, blue, red concoction, and the same is true here. He'll start with the Serum Visions, and he'll scry, see 2 lands. This will tell us a lot about the scope of his hand. Land going bottom, so he has enough lands. He's looking for specific types of spells. Here goes Jon. On 5 cards, Temple Garden Pass. Hallowed Fountain for Dean. Always wanted to have the foil decks. 4 cards played, 4 cards foil. Very nice. Whenever I see Dean, I think a lot of a young man I know named Elliot. He's a lot like Elliot Rowe. That means nothing to any of you, but I wanted to say it. So search for Azcanta versus Noble Hierarch. Search does not bin. Dean will try to accelerate out the Azcanta the Sunken Ruin, but it's not his priority. His priority is should definitely just be find as much removal as possible, find a Supreme Verdict, find a Bolt, snap a Bolt, Electrolyze, maybe even a counter spell. So Colonnade finishes off his turn. Shields are down this turn, but he does have a Supreme Verdict. So Jon's Collected Company combo deck is going to have to win a grindy game. Right, the Supreme Verdict means that he can't just amass a huge army slowly and just kill. That's not going to work. And here we go, Jon, Collected Company. Interesting timing on this. He does not do it while Dean's tapped out. He does not do it like during Dean's upkeep when he doesn't have Cryptic Mana open. Instead, he does it right into Cryptic Mana. We'll see if he's going to get punished for this. 4 Cryptic Command in Dean's deck. This blue, red, white deck, Jeskai control, with the Dominaria card, I might add. He is playing 2 copies of Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. And there is the Cryptic. Jon will untap after running that Coco right into Cryptic Command. Will he do main phase Coco here? 2 mana. Three mana, Mind being changed. E-Wit, green-white value deck getting started. 4 Eternal Witness in the deck. This is like a huge value-heavy deck. This is 4 Court of Calling, 4 Collected Company, 4 Eternal Witness. 3 Vizier of Remedies. Some of these decks eschew the Vizier. You know, they play 1 Vizier to tutor 4 with Cord. Jon True playing 4. Playing 3. Path takes care of the Duskwatch. This is during his own main phase, so he values not letting Jon activate the Duskwatch much more than he values letting Jon untap with this extra forest. I understand this because Dean has Logic Knot in hand. You will be able to counter a play from Dean, who is at 17. Now 14. So Dean very happy to play the waiting game with Azcanta the Sunken Ruin. Pretty powerful magic card, Azcanta the Sunken Ruin. Jon gonna attempt to cast the Collected Company at the end of turn. See what happens to it. I suspect it'll be Logic Knotted. One, 2. X is going to equal 4. Dean going to exile 4 cards from his graveyard. Does not want to tap any of his lands. He wants to activate that Azcanta. He wants to bluff or hold Cryptic Command. Very important. Dean down to 11. Rising Canopy into play, not popped. Interesting. Jon could have gone digging for something there. Hit a Finks, get it into play. Hit a Devo, get it into play. Instead, he's going to hold it. He's going to play a little conservatively. Look for something at the end of the turn. In this case, a Collected Company. Coco. Snap. Cryptic. It's excellent for Dean. This both gets a 2 power blocker onto the board to trade with Witness and counters the second Coco. Very nice. Because Dean is at 11. Has to worry a bit. In for 3. Obviously snap blocking that. They trade. And now will Jon start looping E-Witnesses? Nope, just the Duskwatch. No 6 mana, though, so he'll only be able to activate that 1 time. Still not bad. Dean, a full grip, but is limited to how many spells he can play each turn. He's between 1 and 2 spells every turn. So while it looks like he's hugely favored, he hasn't quite turned the corner yet. Jon could still sneak this game somehow. End of turn. Jon says Cord for 2. Just 2. Don't worry. X equals 2. No big deal, Dean. Let it resolve, he says. Come on, let it resolve. Not a big deal. No, says Dean. Dean also says, while you're still tapped out, kill that Duskwatch, gain 3 life. Very good turn for Dean. He puts his life total back up to 14. He gets rid of both the Cord and the Duskwatch. 0 activations of Duskwatch. Super strong. Devo gets stared, and now Dean has well and truly stabilized. Without even having to use that Supreme Verdict. Now, if you were just linked to this YouTube article by your friend John or your friend Dean, or you're not even a Magic player and you saw it on Facebook, this is the Titanium Series, a cash money tournament series based in Milford, Massachusetts. Easily drivable from any New England state. We're modern. Modern only. Always, always modern. Never standard. Legacy. We sometimes have Legacy 1Ks at our big $5,000 Titanium Plus events in Worcester. Sometimes we'll have like a side event that's Legacy, like a $1,000 Legacy side event. But for the most part, it's always going to be modern around here. Earlier this year, 2018, we had a Titanium Finals in an invitation-only $5,000 tournament. We invited 32 players who had won or come in second place at a large Titanium tournament. They showed their prowess in Modern, and they got to compete with everybody else. We gave away $5,000 among 32 people. Even last place got $50 just for showing up. Brian Hack was victorious. Took home $1,200. Key wrong. $600. It was a good day. It was a good day for a lot of people. That coverage is on YouTube. Check out our channel, the rest of our channel, if you want to see that. I put the timestamps for each match in the comments. It was a good tournament. Commentary by myself and Adam Snook. Let's see what's going on in this game. I was kind of glazed over for a couple turns here. I just got to assume that Dean's going to finish this game up pretty soon. Yeah, there's a Kitchen Finks. Yeah, there's a Gaffney Township, but Dean has 6 spells in hand and still has an active Azcanta. John just draws 1 green creature every turn. There's the hero. The hero that Dean Champagne needs. A way to win the game. Wow, look at all those pretty cards in Dean's hand. And this is just cruel. Like, Dean, do you like to pull the wings off flies? Do you enjoy torturing defenseless creatures? That's what Jon True is right now. He is a defenseless man. Like, look at this. Plains, forests, temple gardens, birds of paradise. Oh, this is not good. Dean, end of turn, takes care of one of those creatures. We'll go looking with Azcanta. Dean, almost all his lands that tap for mana in his deck. Yeah, he's like, I don't have any basics left, but I will still take out that Gabney Township. John, one basic left. Dean quickly approaching the emblem on this Teferi, just in case. Just in case he needs it. Pretty sure he has more back... Oh, okay, there we go. I'm not even finished that sentence. Look at this. This is 9 tokens or 10 tokens or some 9 tokens. And a Teferi emblem. This is going to do it. Snapcaster will let him rebuy that Secure the Waste later if he needs to. 9. Teferi ticks up to 7. This is brutal. I should have brought a book here, so I had something to do during games like this. John, empty-handed. Let's see what he finds. Looks like a Ronas. Dean, slow rolling us all. Come on, Dean. You have him dead on board. Come on, Dean. You have him dead on board. You're playing a blue-white deck, and game 1 has taken 20 minutes. Think about the time on the round clock, dude. Like, yeah, that was fun to do that to him. Like, make him think he had a chance, but you have him dead on board, Dean. Playing fast when you're playing a control deck is art, right? Like, you have to know when to give up really small percentages in exchange for round time. Like, I'm not saying there's no cost to playing a little sloppy and playing fast. There obviously is, right? Maybe give your opponent like a 1 in 1,000 chance they might win, 1 in 100 chance, whatever. But if it stops you from getting a draw, that is so worth it. 1 point versus 3 points, that's a huge difference. Now we go to sideboards with 29 minutes on the round clock. Let's see what each player is going to go for here. We'll start with John. He's down a game. He needs to make up some ground. Looking at his sideboard, and I don't see too much. He has the anti-artifact package. Stony and Kataki. Obviously bad here. Anti-creature, 3-path exile, terrible. Engineered explosives against troublesome permanents, terrible. Rex Sage, terrible. Now he does have Aven Mind Sensor, which might come in just because it has flash. And if he can catch Dean with a fetch land, maybe that's worth. Probably is. That'll come in. Have to imagine 2 copies of Surgical Extraction will also come in. Normally, this is like not a card that you bring in too much against a deck like Blue-White. Jeskai, but first the red version usually plays more Snapcasters. Yeah, it's a little better. And when you have so little to bring in, it's also better. I'm not sure what Jon's going to side out here. A lot of times I default to siding out things like extra mana creatures because the presence of Supreme Verdict. Kitchen Fink's not that good. Stuff like that. But Jon has at most 3 cards to bring in. So it's not going to be too difficult for him. And you see him, he's already shuffling up. He's not in the tank. On the other side of the coin, Dean Champagne. Dean has a lot of 1-ofs in his board. Let's see what he's going to want. He's going to want Engineered Explosives. Probably going to want Ruined Halo. I guess, maybe. It's like not that strong, but you can name something like Walking Ballista. Not have to worry about being combo killed in that way. It's all right. Or just name the creature they have out. Blessed Alliance is okay. Abrade is okay. The only really good cards, Engineered Explosive and Is It Staticaster, because they can take care of more than one creature. So both players going with pretty much the same main deck. Maybe they'll change 2, 3 cards, something like that. Mostly the same. And with 26 minutes on the round clock, we start game 2. If Jon wins a long game 2 here, we could see a potential draw. See how that pans out. Jon, no green mana. Wow. On the play, he keeps a hand that's Plains, Gavany Township. Very interesting. I wonder what hand this was that he kept. And now look at this. He's going to have to pass the turn. Or cast a useless Vizier. Immediately Helixed. Looks like Dean did side in the Vendilion Click. It's an interesting strategy. Maybe he wants to try and snag the collected company before Dean has a chance to cast it. And here we get to peep the hand that Jon kept. At least he had most of these cards, had 5 of these cards in his 2-land. This should either be Walking Ballista or nothing. We'll see what he chooses. Assume it's just nothing. I mean, he can't want to protect the Vendilion that much, can he? He's not the beatdown here, surely. Surely he's the control deck in this matchup. Ooh, he does. He says, okay, 30-40% chance you draw Forest. Oh, that's a Plains. Rough beats. Rough beats for Jon True. Draws the Plains. There were only 2 lands left in his deck that didn't tap for green mana. He hit one of them. At the same time, though, he did this to himself. He kept this hand, you know. Gun shy after game 1, where he kept, where he mulliganed to 5 cards. But missing land drops against the control deck, not the way to be. Not the way to win a game. And now Dean in the position to just straight up win this game, only casting 2 spells. Jon down to 11. Down to 8. Serum Vision's going to bottom some lands. And Celestial Colonnade. And Vendilion Click, going to do the rest. There's a Horizon Canopy. Finally. Jon draws a land, but it is not going to be enough as... I mean, Dean just has 7 power flying, and he's at 7. Dean's got a path. Dean's got a bolt. Dean's got a creature. Dean's going to win. And there's the handshake. Dean Champagne. Poppin' bottles. He's 4-0. Congratulations, Dean. Should have locked up the top 8 here, presuming he can draw twice. He can get a couple match points, at least 1 match point in the next couple rounds. He should be on his way to top 8. Here we see the players' sideboards. Jon did side in the Rex Sages, so 2 Rex Sage, Mind Sensor, 2 Surgical. Siding out some value cards. Not a big fan of that sideboarding, to be honest. I think in a match that's going to go long, you want as many of these high power cards as you can get. Siding in something like Reclamation Sage, like it takes a lot for Rex Sage to be better than Duskwatch Recruiter. Right, Duskwatch, you can slow roll till turn 5, turn 4, something like that. Actually get an activation off of it. Snag another creature. Rex Sage, best case with Rex Sage, you get 1 extra card. Best case with Duskwatch, it straight up wins the game for you. So not a big fan of that. Not that it would have changed that game in the slightest. He still kept the hand with no green sources, and, well, we saw. Just a thought. Just a thought. Congratulations, Dean. Jon, still alive for top 8. He's 3-1. Another match win next round should get him there. At least get him into position he can draw. Congratulations on a strong start to the tournament, Jon. 1 more win, you'll be there. And you, time traveler who's watching, please, if you've liked this, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, whatever. Leave a comment. Do something. Interact with this channel, me, the viewers, in some way. Right? Because, yeah, you can just be a ghost. Just watch it and leave. That's fine. I'll take the view count. Every little bit helps. But we're not making ad revenue on these videos. We don't have enough subscribers yet. You can help change that. You can subscribe. Hell, even commenting is a little bit of something. I'll be checking it. I'll be responding. Critique me. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'll settle for that. Anything. Yeah, please. Find us on Facebook. Like our page. Follow our page. Whatnot. You'll get updates with when the next events are. We don't spam you. Only post once in a while. Don't worry about that. Help us out. Help us out, please. If nothing else, thanks for watching. And let me know what you think. Bye, guys.